I'm joined by New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez. What's your reaction, first of all, Senator, to the president's announcement?
Well, I applaud the president. This is exactly the action that I and a series of my colleagues in Congress have been calling for, to use the administrative relief he decided to use today. I know the administration has been listening to our voices for some time and trying to lay the legal framework to be able to achieve this goal. I believe they have that legal framework. There is precedent by Republican and Democratic presidents who have given classes of immigrants at different times pending status in this country. 95 law professors recently sent a letter to the president exactly speaking of that precedent. And so today, these young people who came to this country through no decision of their own, came here, most of them very, very young. The only flag they ever pledge allegiance to is that of the United States. The only national anthem they know is the Star-Spangled Banner. Have an opportunity to further contribute to America, and to do so in a way that can both help us intellectually. I've met so many of these students from my own home state. Many times they are the valedictorian, salutatorian, whole host of community activists giving a lot back to their communities.
Sure.
Others want to wear the uniform of the United States and serve in the armed forces and defend the country. So it's a great day for them, even though it doesn't give them the total dream that they wanted.
Sure. Well, let's clear up some misinformation, because a lot of things have been floating out there and we want to clarify them. The Department of Homeland Security has 5 requirements for exemption. It protects those who came to the U.S. under the age of 16. They must live in the U.S. for at least 5 years. Students, high school grads, and discharged veterans are exempt. They must have a record clear of felonies, and they must be under 30 years old. So we just want to clarify that so that people won't make these errant comments about the situation for those people who are the children of immigrants. Are these fair requirements in your mind?
I think they are. We are trying to reach a class of students who came to this country very young, who have a clean record, meaning they have no criminal background, who must continue to have a clean record as they move forward, and who will be law-abiding and contributing citizens to our society. And I think, you know, we've already made, Michael, major investments in them in terms of public education. Now that we have the ability to use their intellect on behalf of the country or their service to the defense of the country, we certainly should.
No question. The president pointed out today that work on the DREAM Act is still necessary. Let's take a listen.
Precisely because this is temporary, Congress needs to act. There's still time for Congress to pass the DREAM Act this year, because these kids deserve to plan their lives in more than 2-year increments.
Certainly what the president did today was bold and imaginative and certainly goes a long way. But do you believe the DREAM Act can ever pass through this Congress?
In this Congress, I'm not sure, Michael. Let me just say that the DREAM Act would be law today if we didn't have the Republicans in the United States Senate filibustering it when we had the vote over a year ago. At that time, 55 senators, including a couple of Republicans, joined us. That is a majority of the United States Senate. But because Republicans insisted on filibustering it, the procedure in which they try to stop just about everything, we would have needed 60 votes. A majority of the Senate agreed at the time. So it's Republicans that have stopped this. And that's why I laugh when I see Mitt Romney saying lack of leadership. It's his party that has shown a lack of leadership in this regard, and whose language is so punitive as it relates to the immigrant and Latino community in this country that I'm not surprised the polls read what they do.
All right, Senator Robert Menendez, thank you so much for your time.
Great to be with you. Now,